throw over top of that thing. He's got to take those baseballs out, those balls there, and throw and play with them. Now that's it. No action today. Our guys not here with the stuff. If you need anything, trainers here, need water or anything. Let's go, man.
We welcome you from Brookdale Community College for this matchup today. It's the Jersey Blues and the Monroe College Mustangs. As we get ready for the first pitch of the ball game, Brian Gafford here with you on Brookdale TV. Tyler Spencer in the windup. His first pitch is in for a called strike, and we're underway. Louis Paula leading off for the Mustangs. This is a JV team for the Mustang program, and he waves and misses at his second pitch in the at-bat. Quickly, it's 0-2. Paula, the center fielder for Monroe. They played 3 games, all of them losses to this point. And it's chopped towards shortstop on the charge. Hunter Serrano gobbles it up and throws to first for out number 1 of the day. So Paula retired. Shortstop Vianney is coming up. And Vianney digging in from the right side against Spencer. Against this red-hot Brookdale team, 12 games played, all of them victories this season. First pitch is fouled back off the bat of Vianney, and the count 0-1. Now the wind in the 0-1. Swinging is hit to the right side, and that's through for a base hit. Past Colbert at second, and Vianney picks up a one-out single, the game's first hit. Larry Fuente will be next for the Mustangs. He's the first baseman, and as he is set to dig in, take a look at Brookdale's defense behind Spencer. In the outfield, they have Schmidt, Smith, and Barker. That's left to right. On the infield, Bresniak, Serrano, Colbert, and Cole ran the infield, and Luca Lemira doing the catching for Spencer. Chopped at the first baseline. That's foul. Down the line. So the count 0-1. Fuente has been one of the better hitters in the Monroe lineup. 3 hits and 9 at-bats. It's been for 333 average. 0-1. And the pitch misses away to even it up. A ball and a strike. As a team, they've struggled offensively. Team batting average just 203 this year. Motion, pitches a strike, throw to second is high, it goes into center field. Stolen base, Vianney picks it up. Mustangs quickly a runner in scoring position. But he won't get a chance because Vianney is picked off second base. 2 out in the inning. Mistake on the bases. And now Spencer can go back to the full windup. And his pitch on 1-0 is fouled. Back to even up the count.
Foul ball.
goes out to give Luca Lemire a chance as that ball has got a piece of him. Spencer making his third start of the year, fourth appearance overall. And he's got two out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch on the way. And just got a piece to tip it at home plate. So the at-bat continues for Lara Quente. And now Spencer's ready. Another 1-2 offering. And it's hit right back to Spencer. Makes a nice snag on it, tosses to first underhand, and that retires the side. So because of the pickoff at second base, nobody left on. Now Brookdale coming to bat with no score. Bottom of the first inning, Brookdale coming up for the first time today. It'll be Ryan Schmidt to get it started, but first we got a conversation between catcher and pitcher. It'll be Schmidt, Lavarco, and Bresniak to start it up for the Jersey Blues. The rest of the lineup, Ryan Cole is in the cleanup spot, batting fifth. Anthony Martino, he's the DH. Devin Smith in center field, batting sixth. Nick Colbert is at second base, hitting seventh. Luca Lemire catches and bats eighth, and batting ninth, Hunter Serrano is the shortstop. Strike one on Schmidt. Digging in from the left side, the everyday leadoff hitter for Brookdale. This red-hot team that has played 12 games and won all of them. 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander Paulino for the Mustangs, and he works exclusively from the stretch. And now the righty's ready with a 1-1 pitch. Schmidt with a shot into center field, and that's a base hit. So a good start. Schmidt with a bullet up the middle, and Brookdale's got it started in the bottom of the first. So you get the table setter to get it started. And now the big bat of Nick Lavarco, who slugged 5 home runs to lead the Region 19. And he bats second in the order. So quickly a man on base. We'll look to see if Schmidt is inclined to steal. And Lavarco with a shot, and that goes off the shortstop, and it'll be an infield hit. Play at first too late, and in short order, the first 2 are on in the home first inning. So a hot shot from Lavarco. Vianney didn't have much of a chance to field it. And now Rocco Bresniak. Brookdale third baseman coming off a big day in the blowout win against the Bronx. That was played on Sunday. Right-hand hitter. First pitch on the way is a big breaking ball, and it misses 1-0. Bresniak, the batting average is at a cool .605. 23 hits and 38 at-bats. Here's the 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. He's driven in 13 runs, 2 home runs. Schmidt and Lavarco quickly out there on base, and now a favorable count at the plate with a 2-0, and he attacks it, fouls it back, 2 balls and a strike. Bresniak in that game 2 with a doubleheader, 3 for 3, a home run, 5 runs batted in. Final score, Brookdale 23, the Bronx 3. It was win number 12 against no losses. Now the 2-1. Rocket, and that's down, a base hit rolling down the line in left field. Turning third, Schmidt, he's on his way in. He will score. 3 straight ropes in the bottom of the first, a run on the board. It's 1-0 Brookdale. So right-hander Paulino is not fooling anybody through the first 3 hitters. Ryan Cole steps in. He's the cleanup man. Other power threat at the plate. With 2 on base. First one. That's lined toward right field. That'll be down for a base hit. Lavarco pulling to third. He'll get a stop sign as the throw comes in and it's cut off. So the bases are loaded with only 1 out. Brookdale is keeping the line moving here. 4 at-bats, 4 singles, and they have all been well struck. All parts of the field. We've seen to center, to left, and now to right. So Martino, bases full, nobody out. 1 run already in. And strike 1 with a good breaking ball. Martino hitting at .375, and he's homered twice to go along with 7 driven in. Takes one in the dirt, a ball and a strike. So a difficult start for Paulino on the mound for this Mustang team. Try to find a way to fight through it, but it will not be easy. Martino takes another one low below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Lavarco, Bresniak, and Cole, they're all on. And they all take their leads. Now the 2-1. Another one down low, and he's missed with 3 straight out of the strike zone. No place to put him. A walk would force in a run. Evan Smith taking his cuts on deck. Paulino behind. And that was 3-1. High in the air and foul. Off to the right side. So full count. Martino, the designated hitter. Will only play 1 game today, not a doubleheader. First baseman is in on the grass. Pitch comes, and it's outside, ball 4, and that will bring in a run. So Lavarco comes on home on the bases loaded walk. Give Brookdale a second run in this bottom of the first, and it's 2-0. 5 straight Jersey Blues have reached. The batter, Devin Smith, bases still loaded. And he takes up high, so Paulino gotten ahead on the first pitch to Martino, but lost him with 4 straight out of the zone, and now he's behind on Smith. They're in at the corners, try to cut off a run potentially. And it's slugged in the air to center field, but not all that deep. Paula waiting for it to come down, makes the catch, tagging at third. Here comes the runner, sliding, he's safe. It's Bresniak who slides in on Smith's sacrifice fly to make it 3-0 Jersey Blues. So for Smith, RBI number 7. And Nick Colbert, 7th man up in the inning. Paulino has 1 out on his ledger, but he's 3 runs behind. Runners at first and second. Colbert, left-hand batter, way outside as the catcher Ramos has to range over to catch it. Ball 1. Colbert, 1 home run, 9 runs batted in. He's hitting an even 500. That one to the backstop, that'll move up the runners. So they're both in scoring position on the wild pitch. So Colbert with a base hit could plate 2 here. Brookdale bats in this bottom of the first. 3 runs already in, 4 hits on the board. And only 1 out. Cole now at third with Martino at second, and the 2-0 is up high to make it 3-0. Colbert 8 hits and 16 at bats. Brookdale as a team, the batting average is at .422. .3-0 count. Inside, and that hit him. It would have been ball 4 anyway, but he's hit by the pitch, so that'll reload him up. It's been a problem area for Monroe pitching. In 19 innings of work, they have hit 14 batters. So nearly a hit batter per inning. Inning continues. Luca Lemira, right-hand hitter. He's the catcher. High and away, 1-0. Now Brookdale comes off a game in that rollicking win against the Bronx, and they won by 20 runs. And they scored 12 of them in the first inning. Lemira takes, and it's out of the strike zone. So 2-0 the count. Bases loaded, only 1 out, 3-0 Brookdale. Pretty much just underway in this game this afternoon. And he's late on that fastball, so 2 balls and a strike. The umpire will give Paulino a new baseball to work with. And the rest of the defense for the Mustangs, they have Cuevas, Paula, and Aquino in the outfield. Rincones, Vianney, Sully, and Laracuente around the horn on the infield, and Ramos does the catching. Next one to Lemira, righty to righty. Big breaking ball, and it goes in for a strike. Good looking pitch that time to even up the count. Well, Paulino would like nothing other than a strikeout here to keep the runners where they are. Comes with a 2-2, and he rings them up, strike 3. So he gets just what he wanted, the second out of the inning, as Lemira called out. So 2 down, Hunter Serrano be the 9th man up in the inning. As Brookdale has batted around, they've scored 3 so far, a chance to add to it. But now with 2 out. Paulino ready. First pitch. A strike, so Paulino started to find a little bit of a rhythm here, throwing strikes. He got Lemira. Starts Serrano off with an 0-1 count. And Hunter has to duck from that pitch over his head. A ball and a strike. Serrano with a .250 average. No home runs, 6 runs batted in for the Brookdale sophomore. Playing a lot more shortstop in his second season. And he grounds one up with it there as Rincones. He'll make the long throw on a hop. It's handled. He's off the bag. And a run scores. So Rincones handled the ground ball well, but his throw was low. Laraquente was off the bag as he brought it in, and it's a 4-run bottom of the first for Brookdale. So back to the top of the order. Schmidt, for a second time this inning, watches ball 1. He got the whole thing started with a base hit to center field and scored the first run. 4-0, Brookdale over Monroe. Two 2-0, as that one wide of the zone. Base runners now, Martino at third, Colbert is at second, Serrano at first. 2-0 pitch. And now he's behind him 3-0. He's forced in 1 run in the inning on a hit by pitch. Needs to find the zone here on 3-0. Schmidt figure would take a pitch. He does, and it's a strike. 3-1. Schmidt for the season came in at .297, no homers, 4 knocked in. RBI chance here, and a 3-1 count. The pitch off the corner, ball 4. Another run will come in to score. So Schmidt works the walk. Martino marches in, and it's 5-0. So another big first inning for Brookdale. They're not even halfway to their total in Game 2 on Sunday, but it's 5 runs nonetheless. Here's Nick Lavarco, 1-0, pitches outside. Lavarco had a base hit earlier in the inning. Brookdale has now sent 11 to the plate against this right-hander. He's labored through the first. Trying to get one more out and get to the dugout. On 1-0, Lavarco takes, and it missed. 2 balls and no strikes. Make it 3-0. I mentioned the control issues for Monroe pitching. They've hit 14 batters. They've walked 36. Nearly 2 walks per inning. That's just not going to get you very many wins. 3-0 count and a strike over the outside part of the plate. 3-1 against a power threat. 5 home runs for the year. Paulino steps off. Colbert, Serrano, and Schmidt on the bases, ready to run. 3-1 is lined toward right field, coming over Aquino. He won't get there. 1 run scores. They wave home a second and 2 runs score on Nick Lavarco's base hit to the opposite field. It's Brookdale 7, Monroe nothing. And now a meeting at the mound as they try to settle down Paulino, with Brookdale cruising in this opening inning. Rocco Bresniak set to make his second at bat of the frame. Monroe is coached by David Ortiz, not the Red Sox Hall of Famer. But interesting baseball name nonetheless, as he leads this JV team from New Rochelle, New York, having a difficult time of it against Brookdale team that is swinging the bats. Rocco Bresniak, and he grounds one. That'll go through for a base hit. Come on home, Ryan Schmidt. Around second, Lavarco on his way to third. The throw there is cut off. Rocco Bresniak picks up another run batted in, and it's 8-0. So the line keeps on moving. Ryan Cole, 13 batters that Brookdale has sent to the plate. Cole way back in the inning as he rips one toward left field. This might be playable for Cuevas, and he makes the catch. So that'll put an end mercifully to the inning, but not before 8 runs score. And Brookdale carries an 8-0 lead to the second inning here in Lincroft. Top of the second inning here in Brookdale, where it's 8-0. The Jersey Blues lead. Tyler Spencer's first pitch of the second inning, cut on and missed. 0-1. Joshua Aquino will start it for the Mustangs as they are 8 runs behind. And on 0-1, ducks away. The count is even. A ball and a strike. On deck, Brantley Rincones and then Juan David Ramos. For Monroe College, the JV team. Off the outside, 2 balls and a strike. Spencer gave up a base hit, but nothing more in the first. He picked off the only base runner, and that was it for Monroe. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We saw team with the Mustang nickname just last week, with Montgomery paying a visit. Full count. Brookdale swept that doubleheader. They've only continued the winning ways from there. We wondered how many games they'd get in over the weekend with the rain. Only one was taken off the board. Strike 3 called as Aquino is frozen by that fastball. 1 away. It was the Kingsborough doubleheader. The Brookdale game 1, game 2 they started, but it was rained out after a few innings of play. Swinging strike 1 on Rincones. Left-hand hitter. Wind and the 0-1. A ball and a strike. Tyler Spencer, a big lead to work with, and like all the Brookdale pitchers, he has done well to limit run scoring against him. Pretty potent combination when you got a lineup that's batting over 400 and a staff ERA that is under 2. Off the outside, 2-2. Juan David Ramos, right-hand hitter, he waits next. And Spencer with a 2-2. Hard hit, but the second baseman Colbert has it go by him, and that's in the right field. So Rincones ends up aboard, playable ball, but Colbert misplayed it, and a 1-out base runner. So here's Ramos, the opposing catcher. And he swings at the first one, chops it toward third, get the out at second. The turn is in time, double play. Around the horn, 5-4-3. Nobody left on. To the bottom of the second, it's 8-0, Jersey Blues. Bottom of the second inning, Brookdale starts their second inning with the bats after putting up 8 runs in the bottom of the first against this right-hander Paulino. First pitch to Martino is a strike, a good off speed, and he gets ahead 0-1. Jersey Blues sent 13 to the plate in that first inning, scored 8 runs on 6 hits. 1 ball and 1 strike. Martino will be followed by Devin Smith and Nick Colbert in this second inning. Martino worked a walk in his first inning plate appearance and scored 1 of the 8. And trickles to the backstop for ball 2. It's 2-1. Martino 9 hits and 24 at bats. That's good for a 375 clip. And a high chop third base side foul ball. Well, for Brookdale, of the 12 games they played, 11 of them have been here at home. Only 1 on the road. Monroe today is playing their first road game of the season. Their previous 3 had been on their home field. Just missed, so that fills up the count, 3-2. Fairly comfortable afternoon for baseball today. Temperatures in the mid-60s. So it has warmed up considerably from just last week. And ball 4 off the catcher's glove, and Martino starts the inning with a walk. So he's on base twice in 2 innings, both via the walk. It brings in Devin Smith. RBI his first time up. It came on a sacrifice fly. It's been base runners galore in 1 inning plus. 8 runs to the good is Brookdale today. Other one up and running inside, 1-0. Smith batting at .545. The Brookdale batting averages are just off the charts to start this season. I mean, in 12 games total, they have scored 136 runs. Talking about better than a 10-run per game pace. 2-0 count. And a rocket down the left field line, but foul. Smith has driven in 6 runs. He's looking for his first long ball of the year. Brookdale has hit 14 out of the park, so pretty good power pace as well. On 2-1, this is over for a strike. For Monroe, it's certainly a tall order as a JV team playing the best that the Region 19 has to offer. Another full count. And making the long trip that they have from New Rochelle, New York to play this game. Only time these 2 teams will meet this year. Full count on Smith. Runner in motion, pitch is high, ball 4. The throw will be moot. And the first 2 have reached on walks. Nick Colbert hit by a pitch his first time. Road team that had plunked 14 coming in. Colbert the only one who's been hit so far, but we're only in the second inning. 2 on the bases, nobody out. Colbert swings, taps one off the mound. Paulino, he'll get the out at first. Runners advance to second and third as there's 1 away.
What? Come on, Luke, good job, babe. Good job.
And Luca Lemira called out on strikes in the first inning, 0 for 1. RBI chance here, 2 of them in scoring position. 8-0, Brookdale leads. And ball 1. Luca is at .474 for the season. That's 9 hits and 19 at-bats. 10 runs batted in. He's got a 2-0 count. Had a big hit in the Montgomery doubleheader. The one game he started, played at 2 runs with a base hit up the middle. And the 2-0 on the way. Got a piece and fouled it back. 2 balls and a strike. And I think for Brookdale is not only are they winning games, and we mentioned the score against the Bronx 23-3 on Sunday, and a lot of the games have just been lopsided victories. Lemira takes one in tight, 3-1. Only one of their 12 wins has been decided by 3 runs or less. 3-1 with the bases full, or second and third, that is, and there is a strike. Full count on the Brookdale catcher. And he takes its low, ball 4, and with that, the bases are now loaded. So Paulino has walked him loaded. 3 walks in the inning. Brookdale had 6 hits in the first, put 8 on the board. 1 out as Serrano gets the RBI opportunity, and he reached on an error his first time up in the first. Ball was played well by the third baseman, but his throw came in on a hop to first base, and he reached safely. First pitch to him is hit hard on a bounce to short. Underhand toss, get the out at second. The turn is dug out, but too late. A run will score. Martino scores. Fielder's choice. RBI for Serrano, and it's Brookdale 9-0. So Serrano hit it hard. Vianney made a terrific pickup at short. Got the force, nearly got the double play, as Monroe flashed some nice leather on that play. Now it's Schmidt. Runners at the corners, a 9-0 score. Schmidt hits one on the ground. That'll go through for a base hit. Another run is in as Smith crosses the plate and gives Schmidt an RBI, and that's double-digit runs on the board. It's 10-0. So here's Lavarco, third time at bat, and we're in the second inning. He takes strike 1 with a fastball. I know your team is doing some heavy damage when it's third time through the order, and it's the second inning. 10 runs on 7 hits. The 0-1 taken outside with a breaking ball, 1-1. Arco, that region leading 5 home runs to go along with 13 driven in and a .452 batting average. Runners lead first and second with a 1-1 pitch. Down and in the dirt. Ramos able to find it, so there's no advance. Check the runner at second. 2-1 comes to the plate. Lavarco bends out of the way of that one. 3-1 now. On deck, Rocco Bresniak. He already has 2 hits. Brookdale 10, Monroe nothing. Jersey Blues bat in this bottom of the second. And Lavarco again has to vacate. He's either hit by the pitch or was ball 4, but he's on base regardless, and that will reload him up. The early scorecard for Brookdale, it's an active one. Bresniak, a big part of that. He's been in the middle of everything. 2 at-bats, 2 singles. That's here with the bases loaded and bounces one foul. Third base side, 0-1 the count. It's probably a safe bet that this game will not go the full 9 innings today. Nothing in 2. Bresniak had an RBI in that first inning. And that was number 14 for the year. He's down in the count here, though, 0-2. And the pitch. Foul it in front of the plate, so he just stays alive. Serrano, Schmidt, Lavarco. They're all on with 2 out. Brookdale has added a couple here in this second. Pitch flied out of play. In that Montgomery doubleheader, there were not too many innings where Brookdale didn't put runs on the board. 0-2 pitch. It's hit up the middle, and over is the second baseman to pick it up and take it to the bag. That's Sully. That'll end the inning. But they add a couple off to the third. Brookdale 10, Monroe nothing. Top of the third inning, and the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Lower third of the order up for Monroe, with Brookdale comfortably in front by a 10-0 score. Spencer falls behind 2-0. Ronald Mello at the plate, and he is the DH for these Mustangs. Will be followed by Jerice Cuevas and Malik Sully. 2-0 is over for a strike, make it 2-1. 3-1 now. Spencer's given up 1 hit through his first 2 innings. That 1 base runner that Monroe had was erased. He was picked off second base. Foul ball. So 3-2. Taken, strike. 3 call. They ring up Mello. Spencer picks up strikeout number 2, 1 away. Luis Cuevas stands in now. And he takes a fastball strike from Spencer. It's 0-1. Quite a contrast. We've seen Brookdale now in their 3rd time through the order, and Monroe, they're only in their 1st. 1 ball, 1 strike. Half swing, it's on the corner anyway. 1-2. Just off the plate, Spencer did not get the call. On the ground, left side, and it goes through. So, base hit for Cuevas. A 1-out single. So Monroe has had 1 base runner in each of the first 3 innings. They've all come with 1 out. And Malik Sully, who is the number 9 hitter for the Mustangs, right-hand hitter. Ball 1. Sully 1 hit in his first 6 at-bats. And like Brookdale has played 12 games this year, Monroe only 3, so not a big sampling on the numbers as that ran off the bat. They come in with just a 2.03 average, and when you combine that with an ERA that's over 10, that's not a recipe for success. And for Monroe, they are searching for their first win. Sun has come out with some force now as we play this 3rd inning. And the pitch popped up and out of play. On deck is Luis Paula. He's the leadoff hitter for Monroe. Spencer ready. Pitch to Sully is whacked toward third. Bresniak can't make the pickup, and it goes into left field. Throw toward third base and safe. So Monroe's taking a gamble down by 10 runs, but they make it successfully with Cuevas going first to third. Sully picks up a rocket for a base hit. So that's back-to-back hits, their first real scoring chance of the game so far. As Luis Paula started things with a granddad to short, his first time up. Left-hand hitter, 1-0 as Lemira snags it out of the strike zone. Runners at the corners with 1 out in the inning. That's over the heart of the plate. It's 1-1. Spencer making his 3rd start of the year. He's worked 9 1/3 innings. 16 strikeouts, so that's nearly 2 strikeouts per inning for the righty, and he nearly had his 2nd pickoff of the game. Diving back in, Sully. Low and away. Monroe team that is also in search of their first home run of the year. That is top of the 3rd. try to at least get a run on the board, but Sully's nearly getting himself picked off. And the next from Spencer. Here it comes. Runner goes. Pitch is hit to the right side. Gobbled up by Cole. He'll take it to the bag. Snap throw home. Safe. So Monroe ends up getting a run. Nice play by Cole to get the out at first and alertly throw home. Nearly turned it into a double play. But Cuevas ends up safe at the plate. And the Brookdale lead is 10-1. So the shortstop, Vianney, right-hand hitter. Strike one. Vianney had a base hit, but he's the one who was picked off second base. Now they got the runner hung up between second and third, and Bresniak chases him down, gets the tag, inning over. One run, and that's it for Monroe in their third. And it's Brookdale with a 10-1 lead, bottom of the third coming up. Bottom of the third inning starts. I'm Brian Gadsford here on Brookdale TV. Ryan Cole leads it off and takes the first when nowhere near the strike zone. 1-0 the count. New pitcher for Monroe, and he unfortunately is not on the Monroe roster, so we'll see if we can get him identified. Meanwhile, he deals the 1-0. And it's a strike, 1-1. So a much better second pitch than his first to Ryan Cole in this at-bat. Cole 1 for 2, singled and scored, hit a rope his last time up, but for an out, that was to left field. 2 balls and a strike. Middle of the order up. Dan Cowles is set to pinch hit next for Martino. And then Devin Smith scheduled after that. Another one off the catcher's mitt for ball 3. Cowles will retrieve that baseball behind the plate. the Monroe starter worked only 2 innings and surrendered 10 runs. It's a Brookdale lead of 10-1. Cole thought he had ball 4, but it's strike 2. So the count full now. And the lefty brings the payoff. High in the air down the right field line, coming over Laraquente. He slides, and he made the catch. That is a terrific play by Laraquente. In foul ground, sliding over the shoulder, and Cole retired. So Dan Cowles announced as the pinch hitter. Martino out. He was up twice. He walked both times, scored 2 runs. So he contributed nicely. And now Cowles takes the turn at bat. Left-hand hitter against the lefty reliever for the Mustangs. First pitch coming up. 1-0 with a sharp breaking ball. Cowles, I don't think, liked the call too much. Oh, 1. Up high, a ball and a strike. Cowles has 2 hits and 10 at-bats so far this year. So he's looking to raise that 200 batting average. Another strike. Couple of difficult off-speed pitches have had him fooled. This lefty has some pretty good stuff out there. He's ahead of his man 1-2. And a swing and a miss. He's got his first strikeout, 2 out in the inning. Needless to say, Monroe has not had anything near a 1-2-3 inning so far, but they've got the first 2 outs in this third. Devin Smith, the batter, doesn't have an official at-bat with a sacrifice fly and a walk. Lays off, it's a strike, 0-1. So you figure this left-hander will find a way onto the roster. Looking good in his inning of work here in this third. His team, though, behind by a wide margin. 10-1 Brookdale. It's turned out to be a nice sunny afternoon. A little too high. So Smith has picked up a run batted in and a run scored so far. Brookdale center fielder facing the new left-hander, whose pitch crossed just high again. Justin Diaz is in the on-deck circle, so it looks like he's set to take the next turn at bat, and he'll come to the plate after the walk. Smith on for a second straight time. So here's Diaz, freshman from Beechwood, New Jersey. Attended Toms River South. His first appearance of the game today, taking Colbert's spot in the lineup, and he ropes one into left field for a base hit. Around second, Smith takes a wide turn and will backpedal to the second base bag. So Diaz sees one pitch and hits a rocket for a single, and there are 2 on. Diaz might be making a bid for more playing time because at 9 at-bats, he now has 7 hits. And Luca Lemira standing in with ball 1 up high, 1-0. Well, they got the first 2 out in the inning. Had a chance for a 1-2-3, but a walk and a single sent. 2 on base, 2 out, and a 10-1 Brookdale lead. Lemira. High fly ball toward left center field, and it's dropped by Cuevas in left center. 1 run is scored. Here comes Diaz. He's in. All the way to third goes Lemira on the fielding error in left center field. Tack on 2 runs on the board. It's 12-1. So a 3-base error. The ball had a lot of hang time. Monroe could not squeeze it. 2 runs later, the inning continues for Serrano, 9th place hitter. A 12-1 Brookdale lead in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Serrano hacks away and misses strike 1. Hunter today's been on base twice without a hit. He reached on an error and a fielder's choice. 1 run he scored. Here's the 0-1. Count even. Serrano played a lot of the 2nd and 3rd base as a freshman last season. Brookdale had a regular at shortstop, but Serrano's gotten most of the play there. High pop. This ball is playable for the pitcher, and now racing in, they come together, and somebody made the catch. Pitcher made the catch. That ends the inning. 2 runs added. 12-1 Brookdale. 3 innings complete. Top of the 4th inning, Tyler Spencer starts his 4th inning of work with ball 1. As the shortstop leads off for Monroe, it's Vianney, who had a base hit and was picked off in the 1st inning, and he was at the plate when they had another runner picked off, and that ended the top of the 3rd inning. Just off the outside corner. So 2 runners picked off, and that hasn't helped the Monroe cause in their game today. Bounced slowly foul up the 3rd base line. Thus, Brookdale leads this game. It's 12-1. If that score holds, we'd be done after 5 innings officially today. The mercy rule playing a role. Jersey Blues have not been a stranger to the mercy rule impacting their games. Plenty of them so far this season. That's the result of all these lopsided scores. 20-run win in the Bronx game, second of the doubleheader. Chop to third. Bresniak plays the hop and throws in time. One man away. Doesn't seem that Monroe has their next hitter ready to take the turn at bat. It's scheduled to be Melvin Laraquente, but he's just now getting to the plate. Laraquente hit a comebacker his first time. He's 0 for 1, but made an awfully nice play in the field in the last half inning on Ryan Cole pop-up. Strike one called. He ranged into foul territory, made a sliding over-the-shoulder catch. So if nothing else, Monroe has a defensive highlight in this lopsided game. Quickly, it's 0-2. One out, nobody on. Spencer working with a big lead and dealing. High pop-up off third. Over comes Bresniak, but he won't have a play. Again, the 0-2. Lash foul, left side again. We mentioned Laraquente, one of the better hitters, hitting .333. Only a 9 at-bat sample. Flies this one out to left center field. That's where Smith is playing, and he ranges over to grab it. Out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. Joshua Aquino coming up. Hitting in the cleanup position. We don't have any stats on him, so perhaps this is first appearance of the season, the first game he's played. Took a called third strike his first time. Watches outside, 1-0. A ball and a strike. And as we play this game today, it's worth noting that the Brookdale men's basketball team, their season is continuing in the national tournament. 2-1 count, and they are in action as we speak. Game's being played in upstate New York. Jersey Blues had an undefeated regular season. Went right down to the wire against Montgomery before falling in that game. And now it's national tournament as they try to defend their crown from a year ago. Next to Aquino. And he works the walk. So a 2-out base runner. Brantley Rincones steps in from the left side. Spencer is a base runner to monitor at first. Comes home with first pitch and spots the outside part of the plate. Strike one. Rincones reached base. A ball that Nick Colbert misplayed at second. 1-1. Monroe has 1 run on the board, behind by 11. It's 12-1. Popped in the air, foul. Brookdale, though the competition is going to heat up in the days to come. They're taking on the second best team in the region, Rowan Cumberland. Got a doubleheader down in South Jersey, and they will meet Cumberland here at home, their next home game, which will be on Monday. Another one popped in the air, left field. That's Schmidt, and he secures the out. Side retired. A walk, one left. Bottom of the fourth coming up. 12-1, Brookdale. Top of the order up for Brookdale as we start the home fourth. I'm Brian Gadsworth on Brookdale TV. It's the Jersey Blues with a 12-1 lead on top of Monroe College. Anderson Gonzalez, he leads off, first at bat of the game and first one to the backstop. So this left-hander, each of his 2 innings on the mound, his first pitch has been very wild. He was able to settle in a little bit afterwards. Has shown off a pretty good breaking ball. But it's been all Brookdale this afternoon. Add to another big lead. And the 1-0. Cut on and missed to even it up. Nick Lavarco on deck. Rocco Bresniak scheduled to follow. So this is likely to be a game where you get some of the regulars off their feet. 2-1 the count. Gonzalez has had 10 at-bats with 4 hits. That's a .400 average. Takes a strike, and he didn't think so. Just got a piece. So in the doubleheader that we did last week against Montgomery, that's head coach Johnny Johnson pick up career victory number 800 and a career that is 25 seasons long here at Brookdale. And he's only added 4 more wins since. Down and in the dirt, so career record for the head coach of 804 and 346. He's been here 25 years. Of course, the 1 year was missed because of the pandemic, so 24 seasons coaching overall. Not a walk. Leadoff man on, and up steps Nick Lavarco. Fourth time through the order, and Lavarco has been on base all 3 of his previous trips, 2 singles and a walk. So he just continues the hot hitting, 1-0. 452 average coming in with 5 home runs, 13 knocked in. Leads the team and the region with that home run total. Hard hit foul down the line. This could be Brookdale's final trip to the plate. If this score holds, the game would be called after 4.5 innings. Check in on Gonzalez. In fact, you go back the last 3 games, the scoring output for the Jersey Blues compared to the opposition reads 48-4. And that doesn't even include the 12-1 today. Big swing and a miss. So you add 12-1 today, and you get 60-5. Over the last 4 games that they played. Gonzalez leads his team with an 11-run lead. It's 12-1. And Lavarco takes its strike 3 called. So he's out on strikes, 1 out. Second strikeout, or second strikeout for the lefty reliever. Here's Bresniak. 2 for 3 afternoon. Couple of singles. High fly towards center. Playable for Paula. And he makes the catch. Second out of the inning. Gio Siv, and he will be the pinch hitter. So Ryan Cole, one of the regulars that Johnny Johnson has gotten out of there. Siv has 1 home run this year. Lefty to lefty, 2-out base runner, Gonzalez. Strike 1. Cole out of the game after going 1 for 3. Pretty hard 1 for 3. Hit a hard line drive for an out, and then nice play was made in foul territory on him as that's fouled to the fence. Cowles would be next. So play this bottom of the 4th inning. Next to Siv. Inside to the backstop it goes. Gonzalez started and stopped, and he does not advance. And the pitch. And tight with the breaking ball. Now, Brookdale, when you look at the scorecard in this game, you will see a whole lot of base runners. One thing that they haven't done in this game is hit a home run. Out straight back. Cowles, he's gotten his steps in, retrieving some foul balls. Now Civ working a pretty lengthy at bat. And a 12-1 game, bottom of the fourth. Strike three, and Civ didn't think so, but that'll do it for the fourth. 4 innings complete. Brookdale 12, Monroe 1. Top of the fifth inning, what could be the final chance for Monroe, down 12-1 against Brookdale, and strike one. Juan David Ramos wrapped into a 5-4-3 double play in his second inning appearance. He waves and misses, and in short order, it's 0-2. Vinny Safaris trying to get the final 3 outs for Brookdale. Tyler Spencer worked the first 4. A ball and 2 strikes. Ramos will be followed by Ronald Mello and Jerice Cuevas for the Mustangs. And a 12-1 score. Brookdale on its way to win number 13. And swinging strike 3. Ramos had on strikes, 1 out. So Ronald Mello called out on strikes his first time up. Hits a ground ball towards second. There is Colbert. There is out number 2. Check that Justin Diaz, who has taken over at second base. So Monroe is down to their final out. And it's left to Cuevas. Had a base at his first time up. Scored the only Monroe run. 1-0. So for Brookdale, it would be a 13-0 start as they get ready for big games coming up. Conference matchups against Rowan Cumberland. There's a strike. We will have the game for you here on Monday on Brookdale TV. They travel south for the weekend. On the corner, and now the Mustangs down to their final strike. Safaris has gotten the first 2 out quickly, misses here, so the at-bat continues for Cuevas. Game played in just about an hour and a half. Sunny mid-60s Wednesday afternoon, that one in the dirt. A lot of the games in the early part of the season played in cold temperatures. No southern trip for Brookdale this time around down in Myrtle Beach. So they've had to play in some wintry weather. And the walk will keep the game going. Cuevas aboard. Malik Sully, 1-for-1 with a single, but had a base running mistake, was picked off. Brookdale scored in this game early and often. An 8-run bottom of the first and have not looked back. This JV team from Monroe College has been overmatched in their 4th game of the season. On an 0-1 with the runner in motion, the throw to second on a bounce, and it's not in time. Cuevas steals the base. Ladira fired a 2-hopper. Close play. Monroe got the benefit of the call. And now Sully watches the ball. Referees wheels, throws to second, safe. Cuevas just able to get back. Now they try again to throw a little bit wide of the bag. And determined to get that final out on the bases. Trying to catch Cuevas off guard. Zafaris will come to the plate. Pitch is outside. 12-1 game. Brookdale top of the 5th. One more at to get for the right-hander. Runner going to third. Throw there, and he got him. Ball game. This one's over, and it was never in doubt. It's a 12-1 final as Monroe made a few outs on the bases, including the final out. Cuevas caught stealing. Lamira guns him down, and Brookdale cruises to win number 13 without a loss as they take this one 12-1 the final. So we thank you for joining us. We've got games coming up here on Brookdale TV. Rowan Cumberland is next. That's on Monday. Next 3 games against the same opponent, and we'll have you covered here on Brookdale TV. Thanks for watching. Brian Gadzard saying so long. Have a good night. Well, we said goodnight a little prematurely. This game is continuing. We'll wait to find out how long the mercy rule goes, but Brookdale will take their turn here in the bottom of the 5th with Dan Cowell's base hit to right field. So on the first pitch he sees, he starts Brookdale with a base hit and the leadoff man aboard. Cowell's now 1 for 2. Devin Smith will dig in for a 4th time today. So we thought the teams agreed to a 5-inning ball game today, and with Brookdale up by 11 runs, that made you think it was over after 4.5, but on we go. 12-1 the score. Devin Smith, a productive day at the plate without a hit. He's walked twice, scored twice and driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. That came back in the 8-run first inning. Just missed. So it's 3-0. Justin Diaz is on deck. He'll make his second trip to the plate on 3-0. This one is a strike. Cowles leading from first. Smith swings away and fouls it to the fence. Count runs full. Brookdale, who was first place in the region and first by a fairly wide margin. They have 12 wins already. And second place, which we mentioned, Rowan Cumberland, had only 7 wins, so 5 behind Brookdale in that column. Another foul ball off Smith's bat. Another pop foul out of play. Reliever for the Mustangs, he's working his 3rd inning. Kind of in mop-up duty. Another foul ball. Smith is making him work. And the next one. Lined on a hop to third. Rincones gets the out at second. No, he doesn't. Second baseman was off the bag. And 2 on base with nobody out now for Brookdale. Fielder's choice and error. And here's Diaz. Sharply hit base hit, his only at bat in this game. He's 1 for 1. High drive center field, backpedaling Paula, and he grabs it for the out. Retreating is Smith back to first base, so 1 away. He has both of his at bats. He's been swinging away on the first pitch. Worked for him his last time. This one flies into an out. Luca Lemira. One and 0. Lemira splitting the time behind the plate with Shane Andrews. Last year, Brookdale had a catcher, Darius Troche, nearly caught every game. Certainly excelled both offensively and defensively, but Johnny Johnson very pleased with the production of his catchers so far. Johnson a catcher himself in his playing days. Fouled away. Taking a strike. This left-hander, he's shown off a pretty snappy breaking ball. The starter, Paulino, lasted just 2 innings today and was charged with 10 runs. And Brookdale's added a couple since. They lead it 12-1. That one high and away. Runner at second, Cowles at first. is Smith. And Lemira with a bouncing ball toward third on the charge and picked up by Rincones. Gets the out at third. That's it. And there are two away. So the fielder's choice goes 5 unassisted. Lemira reaches. Cowles is out. Smith to second base. Strike one. Batter here, Christopher Clark. Clark had a productive game 2 against the Bronx. A couple of hits and scored 3 runs in that 23-run outburst. Season high for the Jersey Blues. Strike 2 called. Now he takes Serrano's spot in the order. And the pitch. Line to right. That ball is down. A base hit. Around third. Coming to the plate. Diaz. He will score on his way to second with an RBI double. Chris Clark. 13-1. Anderson Gonzalez is next. Worked a walk in his first at bat. Taking the leadoff duties, allowing Ryan Schmidt some time off, and a first pitch cut on and miss. Strike one. Brookdale scored 8 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 more in the third. Held off the board in the fourth, but they're back to their scoring ways. With 1 in this inning, a bouncer foul. All adds up to a 13-1 thrashing. And just when we thought the game might be over, we played on. It remains to be seen how long this goes today. Two on base, both in scoring position. It's Lemira and Clark. And a swing and a miss. That will end the inning. A run across. Brookdale 13, Monroe 1 after 5. Top of the sixth inning starts with ball one. The batter Malik Sully for Monroe College. They'll have 9, 1, and 2 up in the order. We now believe this game will be official after 7 innings today. So initially we thought 5, but it looks like it's 7. The appeal down at first, and they say he swung. So that's a strike. Lewis Paula, and then the shortstop Vianney to follow for the Mustangs. 13-1, Brookdale cruising today. Pitch is knee-high, a strike. Sully on the day has had 1 at bat and singled. He was left at the plate when teammate Jerice Cuevas was caught stealing third to end the last inning. In the dirt. A new pitcher for the Jersey Blues is the left-hander Andrew Osmond. So he's the third pitcher of the day in back of Tyler Spencer, and then Vinny Zaffaris worked a clean inning. High pop-up, shallow center, long run in and caught. 1 away. Looks like that is Anderson Gonzalez now in center field, so he's got the first out of the inning. Lewis Paula, lefty-to-lefty matchup. Osmond winds his first one. Is a strike called. 0-1. Paul 0 for 2, couple of groundouts to short and to first unassisted. Bounces to the plate. Osmond, he's had only 2 innings of work this season. This is his 3rd appearance. Pours in a strike called. 2 innings, hasn't been scored on with 3 Ks. The Jackson, New Jersey native. Jackson Memorial High School product. One out in the inning, we play top 6. And on 2-2, pitches swung on and missed, strike 3. So Paula down on strikes, and that's the second out. In the shortstop Vianney. Base is clear. Osmond's first one home. Whacked and fouled off to the right side out of play. Got some fans that have made their way to the park this afternoon. It's certainly a comfortable day to watch a baseball game. Here in the middle part of March. Still in the early part of the season. Brookdale's played a lot of games this early on, but you still got a full month of April to go along with what's left in March, and then the regular season into the early part of May before the playoffs begin. Foul back. And the pitch off the end of the bat, foul off the bat of Vianney. 1 out of 2 in this game. Base hit back in the first. Here he takes off the outside from Osmond. A pretty lengthy at bat. Count is run full. Score, though, is all Brookdale. 13-1. And a swing and a miss to put him away. A couple of strikeouts and a scoreless 6 to the bottom of the 6th. 13-1. Kenzel Flores leads off the home 6th inning against a new Mustang pitcher, and it's ball 1. Flores taking Nick Lavarco's spot in the lineup. Brookdale's got 2, 3, and 4 up in the order, leading 13-1 on Monroe College. 1-0 to the plate, and it bounces ball 2. Now this is a game that probably before it's over, there'll be somebody different at just about every position in the order. As Rocco Bresniak looks like his day is over as well. There's a called strike. Junior Nunez is in the on-deck circle to hit for Bresniak. And the 2-1, Flores could not hold the swing. 2-2. So Lavarco had 2 hits and walked. A 2 for 3 afternoon, and now Flores takes his spot. 2-2 count. And here's the delivery to the left-hand hitter. Off the corner to make it full. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Flores is the first out. The new Mustang reliever strikes out the first man to face him and brings in Nunez. First at bat of the afternoon. Bresniak went 2 for 4 as the starting third baseman. This is popped in the air and out of play. Nunez has had 9 at-bats and success in those at-bats with 5 hits. Look at a number of even the guys coming off the bench, and they're producing with the batting average. One and one. 2 balls and a strike. Siv is on deck. Brookdale 13 runs today, but they have not homered. Been on about a home run per game pace this season, with 14 of them in 12 games. But Monroe pitching actually came, and that's one thing that they done successfully, is keep the opponent in the park. They haven't allowed a home run through their first 3, and that has continued. Got a full count.
Let's go, Junior.
Nunez tired of waiting.
Let's go, Junior.
Again, the payoff. Got him. So 2 out. Siv will be next. Monroe pitching has settled down at least a little bit after that first inning when they were rocked for 8 runs. Siv with a healthy cut, 0-1. Took a called third strike. And his only at bat, that was bottom of the 4th. 2 out bases clear. Monroe a chance for a 1-2-3 inning, and that would be their first. Line to right. This one's hit well but caught. That's Aquino, side retired. He gets some 1-2-3. We'll go to the 7th. Last chance for Monroe. It's 13-1. Top of the 7th inning in a 13-1 Brookdale lead against Monroe College. I'm Brian Gadsford. We thank you for joining us this afternoon on Brookdale TV, where Jersey Blues are on their way to another win. Christian Simonson will try to get what we think is the final 3 outs of the game today, and it's ball 1. Omar Tavares pinch hitting. There's a whole bunch of changes defensively for Brookdale. We'll go through them as this ball is hit up the middle, ranging wide and off the glove of Diaz. He recovers and throws, and in time. He didn't think he had a chance at a play after the ball went off his glove, but they still get Tavares 1 out in the 7th. Justin Gabriel coming up, so Brookdale now in the field. Devin Smith has moved from center field to left. Anderson Gonzalez in center. Flores is in right. It's an entirely new infield now as the pitch is taken ball 1. Nunez at third, Clark at short, Diaz at second, Siv at first. And the catcher remains the same, so Lemira, the only one who has remained in this 7-inning game so far. 2-0 the count. Justin Gabriel looking for his first hit of the year. So he's gone 0 for his first 4. Jersey Blues 2 outs away. Simonson, the third reliever, in back of Spencer today, and a swing and a miss. It's a tough matchup for a JV team playing higher level competition, but then you get Brookdale, who's #1 in the region, an undefeated record, and odds are you're just not going to be able to match up. Gabriel with a high tapper back toward the mound, fielded by Simonson, 2 out. So Branley Rincones will be the final hope. He has reached on an error and flied to left. 0 for 2, left-hand hitter. 13-1, top 7. Strike 1. Tyler Spencer stands to be the winner over his 4 innings. Just 1 run against him. Brookdale put up 8 in the bottom of the first today. Scoring 12 in the first inning alone in the second game against the Bronx, so they have been scoring in bunches early in games. 1-1. High in the air off third, over comes Nunez. Does he have a play? He does not. So 1 strike away now. We thought we were done after the top of the 5th. But now we believe this will be official after 6.5 innings. This one is driven down the right field side, but foul. Rincones got out ahead of that pitch. One and 2 the count. Simonson ready. His pitch is hit on the ground, foul. Brookdale will be 13-0, 12-0 here at home. Win in this non-conference affair. Another 1-2 coming. Popped up. See if this one stays in play for Nunez coming over, and he made the catch. Ball game over, and Brookdale rolls. 13-1, and now the game official. After 6.5 innings by the mercy rule, this game is over, and the final score is the Jersey Blues 13, Monroe College 1. So make it a lucky 13-0 start as the winning ways continue for the Jersey Blues, and we'll see you for upcoming games. You got Rowan Cumberland on the schedule. Brookdale will travel to South Jersey this weekend on Sunday, and we're back here with you on Brookdale TV for a big matchup against that same Rowan Cumberland team on Monday afternoon. So with thanks to you for joining us today, and Sergei Kornienko, Brian Gadzard saying thanks again for watching, and we say so long today from Lincroft, New Jersey. Have a good night.